Welcome to the Vertical Drop Viking. I'm Josef. Today we are counting down the 5 best new family thrill coasters in the US for 2026. These are all a bit too intense to be called kiddie coasters, but shy away from inversions and extreme airtime moments in favor of graceful yet thrilling experiences that the whole family can enjoy together. Let's dive right into it. First up on our list we have Flying Fox at Kentucky Kingdom. This Vekoma suspended family coaster is set to open at Kentucky Kingdom on March 7th, just a week from now when I record this. It looks to me like a great ride for all ages, although at the time of recording this, it seems like they just topped off the lift hill like last week or the week before. And like I said, March 7th is a week away as I record this right now. So this one might be opening a little later in the season. We'll have to keep an eye on it. At a maximum height of 65 feet and a maximum speed of 37 miles an hour. This is the latest in a series of suspended family coasters, a modern reimagining of their hated non-inverting SLCs. The modern Vekoma has been putting out hit after hit in the mid-2020s, with Siren's Curse and Circuit Breaker solidly establishing them as capable of extreme thrills, and coasters like Snoopy's Soapbox Racers and Midnight Flyer proving that they can make respectable family rides as well. Flying Fox will have a minimum height requirement of 38 inches, or 3 foot 2. No maximum height limit is listed, so I'm looking forward to enjoying this one with my kids in the coming years. Next up on the list, we have Galacticoaster at Legoland. This is a family spinning ride from Art Engineering. It's the first full-scale roller coaster by Art Engineering in the US that isn't at Lagoon in Utah. My next big video that I'm working on right now is all about Lagoon and every ride there, so make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss that. Now, this ride appears to be a heavily themed $40 million take on the style established by Primordial at Lagoon. Galacticoaster is entirely enclosed. It has dark ride elements similar to Cosmic Rewind to Epcot, as well as a thrilling but family-friendly layout. The minimum height requirement to ride Galacticoaster is 3 feet tall accompanied by a parent, and 4 feet tall to ride alone. Unfortunately for me, the max height is 6'6", so unless I sneak past the ride ops or they don't pay that much attention to me, I'm not going to be able to experience this one for myself. Next up, we have Barracuda Strike at SeaWorld San Antonio. This B&M family invert is going to be 90 feet tall and will reach speeds of 44 miles per hour. Reportedly inspired, quote, by the Barracuda's speed and agility. So they're talking about the carnivorous fish. This ride looks a lot like a non-inverting Batman clone, with a focus on swooping lateral Gs and a few interesting off-axis airtime moments. Now, besides that, it looks very similar to Flying Fox, and considering how B&M has fallen from the graces of coaster enthusiasts in recent years, while Vekoma has sort of risen rapidly to take their place, it will be interesting to see which of these two rides is the better one. Sound off in the comments below if you think the dreaded B&M rattle will cause Barracuda Strike to be a less enjoyable ride than Flying Fox, because I'm not sure I'm fully convinced. I will say that the B&M offering does seem to have more of a swooping and graceful experience, while Flying Fox looks a bit more fluid and undulating, which is ironic considering their names. The soaring one is a Barracuda and the undulating one is a Flying Fox. Barracuda Strike will have a minimum height requirement of 42 inches and is set to open next week on the same day as Flying Fox, March 7th. Next up, we have Hot Wheels Bone Shaker at Mattel Adventure Park. Now, it looks like, fingers crossed, holding my breath, this park is actually going to open this year, and Hot Wheels Bone Shaker is set to open with it. Now, people have been speculating on this ride for over 3 years. At this point, the jokes about Mattel Adventure Park never opening are old and played out. It's like Duke Nukem Forever jokes from back in the day. This is set to be Arizona's first launch coaster, period. Fully themed to the iconic Hot Wheels rat rod of the same name, Bone Shaker. This ride is going to launch out of the station up an 84-foot first hill and spiral down a 660-degree double-down helix before returning to the station. Now, interestingly, RCDB lists this coaster as sporting a booster wheel lift, like a traditional family coaster. but all the promotional material from Mattel Adventure Park claims that it will have a, quote, magnetic launch. In fact, they say it's the first magnetic launch in Arizona.
It'll be the first launching coaster in Arizona, that's for sure. And this is magnetic propulsion. I mean, the same sort of technology that launches, planes off an aircraft carrier.
The layout doesn't appear long enough to feature both a booster wheel hill and a magnetic launch. So if there is a booster wheel lift on the first hill, where would the launch even go? And if there isn't a booster wheel hill, then what is RCDB going on about with the booster wheel hill? We'll have to wait and see. Bone Shaker has a 42-inch height requirement to ride alone, and 36 inches if you're accompanied by an adult. Now, last up on our list, we have Jurassic World Cretaceous Coaster. This mock rides coaster is a clone of the Flight of the Hippogriff family coaster from Universal Studios Hollywood. Another clone stands at Universal Studios Beijing in China. This 40-foot tall ride model features just under 1,000 feet of track, and like many of the other offerings on this list, focuses more on gracefully profiled half helixes and swooping diving turns than anything else. While Hippogriff is not quite close to being the biggest buzz at Universal Hollywood, Intamin's new drifting coaster quite comfortably holding that title. It is by all accounts a solid family ride and a good choice for a kid's first, quote, real coaster, and will be a great fit at Universal Kids Resort. Cretaceous Coaster will have a 39-inch minimum requirement accompanied, and if your kid wants to ride it alone, they'll have to be at least 4 feet tall. Thank you so much for watching the show. If you want more videos about roller coasters, flat rides, and amusement parks, hit the subscribe button and check out this playlist linked above. Now, before the outro, I got a little housekeeping to do. A few of you have noticed that I didn't release a video over the last 2 weeks after 4 or 5 months or so of weekly videos. A lot is going on in my life, and this is still just a hobby for me. Just like with anything in life, there's good and bad things happening all at once. In the last few weeks, my immediate family went through a sequence of RSV infections that led to one brief hospitalization. And someone in my family received a scary but hopeful health diagnosis in a different way. Even while all that was happening, we celebrated my baby's first birthday, and he's celebrating his first unaided steps, and we closed on a house of our own to move into. While I'm moving and working on the new house, I'm going to reduce my video schedule to bi-weekly, 2 full-length videos a month, until I have everything roughly in its place. I research, write, record, edit, thumbnail, and publish these videos entirely by myself with no help and zero use of AI, so it's just not feasible for me to keep doing weekly videos while I'm moving. So this will be the last video with this plain black background, and I appreciate your patience while I transition into this next stage. To those of you who've reached out to check on me, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. It really does mean a lot to me that you reached out and checked on me when I didn't turn up. Hopefully the next videos will be worth the wait for you. But for now, I have been Josef. Vertical Drop Viking out.